Hey there, how's it going? It is Iron Heady in the Old Games Corner. And well, the classic game roulette here. And I might as well come off with this. I was going to have a one game after another with this, but I decided to have a bit of a NES SHMUP-fest. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play a number of NES shoot-em-ups, at least 10 of them, and that'll be it for today. Starting with this one, Xevious. What I've also decided to do is have these sort of things not interloop with each other. I couldn't pick a game that was the same letter as that. I was intending on it, but now I also don't intend on beating a game today, cause I should explain what happened yesterday. I was about to end my stream, and then the PC crashed again. So I think I'm just gonna play it safe and not have these games run too long. So yeah, there you go. Now, some of these games I've already played and finished to the end. Some I haven't. I'll just have to come back to them later. I'm just gonna see how far I can get with this stuff, you know? And, asides from a few mulligans here and there, because, and that's just my fault for not paying attention. I'm not gonna rely on a heavy use of rewinds this playthrough. The game will be too long if I did. But so far, I seem to be doing well. Alright, the game is just gonna be too long if I keep going on, so might as well end the game here. So yeah, that was Xevious here. This won't be the only Namco shooter on here either. You're gonna see a couple more. This is Zanuck. Oh, I can definitely say for sure this is not gonna last long if I died this easily. If I pause frequently, it's because I'm trying to tinker around with a few things, like what's going on with my TV. Because, standards. On with the game. Oh yeah, power-ups. This game do that. But you are offered a limited amount. Yeah. But yeah, on looking for games I want to play tomorrow, it just so happened to be that I found another compile shooter on the Genesis to play. Although I may have played that in the past. Anyway, that was Zanuck. Alright. Sure. Alright, this next game here is Legendary Wings. Let's go. And this is a particularly interesting shooter because it's not just a shoot 'em up. It's also a run and gun. Now, I wasn't sure if I was gonna include those. In this whole stream, but, huh. I guess you don't enter there. What's interesting is that you don't die in one hit like you do in the arcade game. Well, that lasted long. So, let's move on to the next one. Didn't think I would come back to Namco that quickly, though. The hero Amaru, disguised as a blue dragon, is finally about to fight the monster Zawel. So this here is a dragon spirit, the new legend. What's interesting is that this seems to share the events of the first game. I don't think you are supposed to lose here. It's only because you're supposed to be playing as the descendant of this guy. There we go. Amru and Arisha married and had twins. Amru became ill from his battle with Zawel. The twins were named Lace and Iris. Meanwhile, Galda started conquering the earth. Galda took Iris away as his victim. Lace took his sword, which his father left, to slay Galda. And this is where the real game begins. You're the star of the show now. So this seems to share the same kind of a concept that other games would. You have air strikes and ground strikes to attack the enemies attacking you from below. And this and Xevious weren't the only games to do that. I'm pretty sure there were plenty of those. Of course, this stream is not gonna be limited to just... Okay, can we just give me a moment? I gotta fix something here. And I'll get back to the stream in a bit. But I'm probably gonna have to mulligan that because that came at the worst possible time. But what if I don't? So yeah, you just redo the level. No big deal. But yeah, so far I've been playing top-down vertical shooters. This stream is not gonna be limited to just that. At any rate, I never said I wanted to play through these games. I just want to play a little bit of them. Cause I'd rather not run into any troubles than yesterday gave me. Defeated by the Dark Power, died in Area 1. So yeah, that was Dragon Spirit, the new legend. Although I must say, it seems to have an interesting perspective as to say, this is where games were gonna be at this point in time, creating their own story and not just be a straight up arcade port. And I'm pretty sure this game did that too, in a way. That being said, Dragon Spirit, the new legend, will not be the final game from Namco that I play here today. 1943, the Battle of Midway. In 1943, our main fleet and the enemy's mobile unit had begun an intense battle off the coast of Valhalla Island. During the battle, we have suffered tremendous losses and lost the carrier in Hawknest. You are our only hope. Destroy Totaku. Mission 1. Target Rukaku. Fight bravely. So yeah, like, a game like this, but moreover, yeah, 1942 and 1943 are the only games of this series to ever get an arcade port. Which is a shame because you thought there would have been an arcade port of 1941 or 1940X or 1944. But at least a GigaWing got a Dreamcast port. But yeah, I should have packed on more power because if you get this point in critical, you have to deal with this annoying Jeopardy ass music. And the game just ends from there. You lose! Good day, sir! Although you do have the option of continuing. Which I guess you had to use select for? No. This next game I should have if I go into the Famicom ROMs folder. There we go. Anyway, here we have Insector X, which had I gone to this at one point, I would have come to played this one, and Only now do I actually play this one, but only until I game over. Yeah. I don't really care that I am a guy, and, screw it. I have a serious problem. But, yeah, the first horizontal shooter it probably isn't the last either. Alright. I'm doing surprisingly well for myself here. But I don't particularly care. I just want to move the stream along. If I want to focus on beating this game, I'll save that for its own stream. But right now, I have other game to play. Oh, and by the way, the Honey Nut Cheerios bee is your enemy. Can we just change games now, please? Thank you. But, yeah, that was in Sector X. We're already halfway through the list I compiled here. From one bug-themed shooter to another, here's Galaga! But, yeah. This is as this is as classic as it gets here, people. I mean, no, Galaga isn't the first shoot 'em up out there. I mean, Space Invaders does exist after all, and I'm pretty sure there are others to fall in its wake as well, like a Terra Crista, Moon Crystal, or whatever, in the first ever SNK game was a shooter. So yeah, there were shoot 'em up games before this. But you know, this is the epitome of classic shoot 'em ups here. But I'd say it's only overstaying its welcome now, because, well, I'd like to move things along, thank you. Alright, I'm looking at the time right now, and it's only been 30 minutes, so I think we can try and stretch things a bit further for the time being. It hasn't even been 45 minutes yet. So here's the next game here. Abadox. A pretty interesting game, at least. All things considered. Oh yeah, don't think I meant to do that. Well, this is gonna be a problem. Don't think I meant to, do that. But, yeah. All these games, I wish I could, play at a, greater length. Huh. You know, this is a Natsume shooter. You know what they also made? Scat. And both of these games seem to have a familiar Konami pause sound. Huh. Well, that's not good. Alright, what else do I got here? Yes, Captain Skyhawk is the next game. There we go. Which is also published by Milton Bradley, but have nothing to do with board games. Yeah, the brand that is usually known for board games here? Yeah. Anyway, this is a different shooter here, and well... Okay. Oh, so that's your, regular shots. Got it. I know I said I didn't want to use rewinds, but the thing is, I didn't want to die too soon, and whoop, did it again. I guess I can't even trust my own words, huh? If anything, I shouldn't pull the trigger so irresponsibly like that. It kind of calls my integrity into question there. The main focus was to bring to attention the amount of parts of the level this game has. Here you seem to have a pseudo top-down shooter. And up next, suddenly the game becomes Afterburner. Didn't see that coming, did you? Yeah, I was also considering on putting that on the list, but I needed a game of at least one with that can't be the same letter, you know? Which, looking back at it now, I could have also included Bri Fighter because it was a different letter. Oh well. And now we can get into the big end. Trying to dock this thing, which isn't easy, honestly. It seems to be about timing more than anything. This might as well be the boss, because I don't think this kind of thing can be executed properly. And here, I must be doing something wrong. I mean, can you blame me? There we go! Drop supplies in crosses. So yeah, this is the kind of game that needed to be explored in more in depth. Like, you couldn't just play through it like you would any other shooter. And there you have Captain Skyhawk. I know, I said I wouldn't exploit the hell out of rewinds, but I think this game needed it. Even though I wasn't gonna play it all the way through. Alright. We're gonna wrap this up with one more game. And what we have here, going back to Famicom games, is Twin Bee 3. So, for our sakes, we're just gonna have to go with the default live set here. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is something that you'd want to play all the way to the end if possible. Let's not today. And if you lost your arms, don't worry, you can get them back. I seem to be losing them a lot, though. Oh! And I die. Okay, so Yeah, get used to seeing that a lot. Huh. Laser! I'ma find my laser! Oh, that lasted as long as it did. And not a moment too soon, because I gotta stop this. That was Twin B3. And oh no, damn it. I forgot to change the game. Okay, so can we try that again? I seem to keep making these kinds of mistakes, for better or for worse. Let's say and try this again. But yeah, as said before, Twin B3. Hey, let's... oh. I can show a different level, though. But... I'm gonna have to spike the difficulty. Oh. So much for the, oh yeah, it's definitely getting rather difficult. And that's how quickly you lose lives in hard mode. So yeah, there you have Twin B3. Anyway, I've gotta end this. I'm certain I have at least someone to raid here. So, if anything, there's that. Anyway, when I come back to stream tomorrow, I will be playing another shooter. This time it's Musha on a Genesis, and mark my words, I will be playing that game to the end. So anyway, I'm gonna read this person now. And I'll see you in compadres for Musha. Look forward to that. I'll see you then. Keep on kicking now.